So, let's head it forward and see. Hello, hello! It's a monster in front of a chest. It's a Kirin. Why do I get the unfortunate sensation that you're probably going to be immune to all my magic? You're not! Glory you countered us with Holy. You countered us with Holy. Okay. Well then. We've got a couple of white magics we need to cast before we even decide to go ahead and start attacking you. So, let's see. No, I didn't mean to auto. Son of a bitch. And now I've got to cure him. Which button was it? There we go. Okay, I need to find which one of you automatically casts Reflect on myself. That would be a terrible idea right now, however. Alright, Lunar Curtain. We wait for the spell to go off. Lunar Curtain. Booyah! And so he immediately single targets the other target. Good on you. Alright, white magic. Where's Reflect? Reflect! Self. There. Problem friggin' solved. Except for the physical attacks. Booyah! That's gonna help a lot, thank you! High potion yourself. Just for kicks. In fact, double kicks. Bouncy, bouncy! Bouncy, bouncy! Oh, holy magic heals you. Well, goddammit. Well, fine. I'll just have to accept that he counter heals himself every once in a while. Did you just... Did Reflect already wear off? Little son of a bitch. Reflect lasts, like, 3 turns. What the hell? Did they change it in this version? Well, let's get you back alive. The major downside of only having 2 characters. Son of a bitch! Okay. But now I know I need to cast Float on myself before I fight this guy. Cast Shell on yourself. Because I'm not casting Reflect again. Oh, hey, it's dead. Well, that's the end of that monster, and it's good to know that I can already handle this entire challenge dungeon. So what do we get? Diamond Gloves. That's a lot less magic defense. It resists lightning, though. Do I resist lightning for anything else? No. Well, I guess the resist lightning might be worth it. Alright, Finks Downs. I need 17 of these. 12 of these. And like 16 of these. Wish I could afford to buy a ton of those. Actually, speaking of... And I reset the emulator, so the sound seems to have fixed itself when I did that. I don't need 2 rune armlets, I only need 1. Alright, that get me a lot of items. Nobody else does anything, though? Nope, there isn't even an inn here. Alright, Waning Moon. Attack up, special abilities down, I can accept that. Alright, so we keep going until we get Adamantite, I suppose? And then when we're done with that, we go on to the other challenge dungeon. Actually, this is a pretty easy group to deal with. It's a Lamia! Take that, snake butt. You too, other snake butt! Well then. This could be a problem. Never mind. I think whoever was talking about these said the first one doesn't have Adamantite. But I need the thing in here to be able to get to the next one, though. So either way, I'm gonna have to run this. But yeah, it's good to know if I don't have Adamantite to worry about, because I don't want to run this thing like 20 times and find out that I was wasting my time. So that is good information to know. So whatever we need to get to the next challenge dungeon, that's what we'll get. I'll have to know it when I see it. Hey, a tent. I could use a lot of those. Because things are about to get intense! Huh? I'm allowed to do puns, you guys aren't. It's the perk of being the broadcaster. I could always just run this dungeon over and over again until Blue Mage Danny shows up, as he inevitably will, and then tells me exactly what I need to do. Oh, save point. I'll use it anyway, since it's right here. I didn't know there was one right here. Cool. Fox's wine. Burn. A lot of boring fights. I've already out-leveled this challenge dungeon. But I guess that's because this isn't the real challenge dungeon, the one right after it is. That is kind of a dick move now that I think about it. Throw only one challenge dungeon at us every single time, get to it the same exact way every single time, i.e. challenging way, and then and then in this one world, in this one tale, I'm sorry, they decide to switch it up and go Psych! This isn't the real challenge dungeon. The one where you get Adamantite from is the next one over there in the moon face thing. Let's see what happens if I AoE Bio you. Well, it actually hurt the Chimera. Upside, downside, that. What the hell? Drained of last remaining energy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyway, I don't need to manage to hurt the Chimera because its breath attack, even at full health, is really weak. Because it's a Chimera, not a Chimera Brain or Chimera whatever-ness the upgraded ones are. You could gain a level before the boss fight. That would be useful. So let's grind out a level real fast right before we hit that save point up. Alright, swap rows. Start blessing. Oh, seriously, encounter rate? You're gonna do that to me? This one I can auto-attack to death. So you gained a level. He's capped at level 40! Oh! I didn't know Fusoya would be capped. Well then. I guess I don't need to level grind at all. Golbez is the only one who's going to gain levels, but they're not going to throw too much at us that is more dangerous than a level 40 character can handle, because half my party is stuck. Alright, one more fight though, because I am one fight away from a level. Then we'll switch the moon phase to what we want and fight the Manticore. There we go. Alright, so Golbez is still gaining levels. That's a good sign. Alright, New Moon, what do you do for me? White magic down, special abilities up. I feel like any face I get, it's gonna be something along those lines. Let's just save up. Encounter! Alright. So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, and we're going to cast Shell on both of us. Then I'm going to Fire Hug at you, and then I'm probably going to slow you. Unless I have to heal. I don't. Good. I could survive another. Especially if I heal first. Alright, let's use the band. Since he does counterattack sometimes, might as well use it. Owie! That hurts. But we can survive another. Band, 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 band. Band, 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 band. Wow. Well, that was easy! Proof of courage! That's what I needed. That must be what I needed. That sounds exactly like something that the other guy, the other naming way, was talking about. Cool. So if we're assuming that doesn't have Adamantite, I'll move on. This is a long walk. Really don't need the experience either. No, it's not a long walk. That's right. I'm right near the exit. For some reason I was confused. Alright, sight. Alright, so we just need to go right. Cool! Alright, cottage. Alright, moon phase, do you suck? You kind of suck. Alright, moon phase good. We'll save. Ah, you have the proof of courage! My goodness, you are ready to challenge the world with that in hand. The lunar face has doubtlessly recognized your power. A new challenge is about to unfold before you. Best of luck along the way! Boom. Entrance floor. Challenge Dungeon 2. Ha ha ha! Dick move, game! At least the first challenge dungeon was not necessarily interesting, but not uninteresting. I suppose is what I'm going for. But these are the exact same enemies I just fought, so... like I said, I didn't think they're going to throw a very big challenge at me. This is the first floor, though. It's entirely possible it ramps up as we get lower. But it doesn't have a gimmick either, by the looks of it. Aetha. How to react to Zeramis being back? That was mostly an oh shit moment. That was just me like, you know what? We just killed 2 mysterious girls, which, by the way, I ended up calling it like 5 minutes before the revelation that there was more than one mysterious girl. I called that. Anyway, it was right after that happened, I was like, you know what? In my mind, I didn't say this aloud. Every single other tale, the mysterious girl is the big bad. She's the thing that kills everybody. In this tale, we've killed 2 of them. What in the world do we know of that is bigger and badder than that? Only one thing I could think of that managed to kill Golbez and Fusoya, or at least almost kill them. And that was Zeramis. So it didn't actually surprise me that much that Zeramis showed up. It was more the fact that we had to fight him. I thought it would just be like it would be a scripted event or something, and we would lose bad. Well, it was a scripted event, but I mean, I wasn't expecting us to actually go through the whole fight, or most of the whole fight. Double Black Magic Band, though. Awesome! Alright, so let's move, explore the rest of this dungeon, get everything we want from the chests, and find that adamantite. Booyah! Twin Gust spells and Twin Meteor. Yeah, Twin Meteor surprised me. When they busted out Twin Meteor, I was like, whoa! Lots of damage there. It was actually max damage. But, a little unfortunate about the end of the tale with the whole, you know, Fusoya heroically sacrificing himself, which, by the way, I completely called. I hope this challenge dungeon is super short, though. I really want to figure out what the next tale is. Oh, that's right! That is a very easy thing to forget, because I did forget it. He is totally their uncle, isn't he? Uncle Fusoya! That is adorable. That does put everything he's done in a bit of a different light, now that I think about it. I've always just thought of him as a disconnected Lunarian sage, but no, he's family. That's a little different context. Is that stated directly in Final Fantasy IV? Or is that something else? I don't remember him... That's right, I think at some point he does specifically say Clea's his brother. And I think about it. That chest is in a weird place. I want it. Chests that are hard to get to are always the best chests. Bless auto attack combo, go! Dun, 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 dun. Moving this way. That's a robot! Bio, and then I'm sorry for your ears, but I'm gonna have to Thundaga. Beam! Don't do that! It really hurts. Theodore has a party's worth of family. That's true. Vilva, Cecil, Rosa, Fusoya, and Theodore. That's actually a pretty balanced party, too. I'm sorry, what? Right, death machines blow up. Got it. Not underestimating them anymore. Not counting Cain being the surrogate father. I don't know if I'd go that far. It's more like a master or trainer, not necessarily surrogate father. I mean, let's be honest, he only meets up with him during this game, and they travel together for maybe a few weeks or months, maybe, at most. Depending on how the time frame in this game works. Super boss or no, when it blows up and deals 7k damage to all my party members, it means I'm gonna run away from every fight with that thing in it from now on. Too much resources to make sure it's dead before that happens. Gotta get all my items back. Love this part of challenge dungeons, doing them over and over again and getting the same things. That's fair too, Danny. That's fair. Bonded more than any other characters in Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV, they were far more worried about the plot than the characterization. That's for sure. There's very few characters they actually did characterization for that mattered. Then this game came along and they're just like, characterization everywhere! And the plot is just one big, gigantic mystery that's barely chipped away at. Burn, burn, burn! So at this point, I'm fairly certain Cecil has been replaced a la Cagnazzo and the other king in pretty much the exact same fashion. That's my theory, of course, don't confirm, deny. So I'm waiting for the time where Cecil returns, because he ain't dead. That's for damn sure. They're not killing Cecil. I'm waiting for the time Cecil returns, get ups all in the mysterious girl's face and whoever's manipulating her and Zeramis, and saying, Daddy's back, and kicking everyone's ass. I'm waiting for that moment. Kanyatso? See, I've heard him pronounced so many different ways. Most of the character bonds were pre-established for the story. Nearly all the party is alliance of convenience, or in Edge's case, the Hots of Lady Green. That's also true. This one, it feels like they introduced characters specifically just to explore more the characters that existed before. You have Palome. You have Parome and Palome, both actually, having characters introduced to them and to bounce off of and learn new things. The Hooded Man, it's like you retroactively understand the characterization there. It's totally Kane, it is him, and when you realize that, a lot of the characterization between him and Theodore makes a lot more sense. Then you have Edward and his secretary. She was pretty much designed specifically just to give Edward someone to bounce off of. Yeah, but the 3D voice-acted version pronounces Cecil as Cecil. I don't think we should be trusting the 3D version. And I got Quake. Yay, Quake. That's why I kept pronouncing it Cecil in the very beginning, because I was like, well, that's the official voice acting. And I realized that's kind of dumb. Their official voice acting doesn't have the best pronunciation. And Kainazo, as I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced in Japanese, maybe? Because there's a song I love listening to that it's the Four Element Theme's theme, but then it's sung by each of the four elements, and it's hilarious, and I'm pretty sure they pronounce it Kainazo. I refuse to believe Cecil is supposed to be pronounced Cecil. That doesn't sound right. That does not. I mean, I was totally into it at first, but then I realized after like one or two streams of saying it constantly as Cecil, it just didn't feel right. The way you say Cecil makes me cringe. Cecil, Cecil, Cecil! I can't say I've ever met a Cecil in real life, though, so... And one person's pronunciation of the name isn't exactly cut and dry. I know that better than anybody. Chimera Brain! And it opens up with Frost Blast. We're leaving. And tell Twitch streamers that know and I never heard it pronounced Cecil. Okay. So, I freely admit, like, we're having this little debate, but let's keep in mind, one of the first things I'll ever admit about myself is I'm really bad at pronunciations, and I'm usually open to being corrected. This is one I'm just a little anal on because I've gone back and forth throughout my life, and every time I go back and forth, I'm always 100% certain that the way I'm pronouncing it now is the right way. That said, Final Fantasy VI. Favorite character of all time, and I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Locke? Loki? Loke, I've heard it pronounced. How the hell is his name pronounced? That's what I care about. Oh no, I'm totally understand, Danny. I just think that's just one of the most hilarious songs that I've heard in a very long time, and I love listening to it all the time, so I want to use the same pronunciation. Because it gets stuck in my head that way. Alright, and we are out of MP, because I have done a lot of random encounters. I don't want to waste ethers and dry ethers. There might be a save point nearby. So I'll just have to start running from encounters a bit more. Okay. Okay, we're leaving. Frickin' Frost Breath. Hate your face. Lock is pronounced lock. Okay. Light Curtain. There's real people with the name Locke as both first and surnames, and it said Locke. Cool! Alright. That is very good information to know. Because that's always been in the back of my head as something I've always worried about. I think I used to, as a kid, pronounce it Lockie. Just because that E throws me the hell off. But that's good, because I'm going to need to know how to pronounce his name when I get to my Final Fantasy VI LP eventually. Which currently I'm planning is in 3 LPs away from this one. Yeah, just a run. You know, I almost never use Pressure and Taunt. Ever. It seems silly when you only have one other character in your party. Narsh. Yeah, I always pronounce it as Narsh. Pronouncing it as Narshi? That seems weird. But I suppose... Are you skipping 5 to get 6? I might be. Ooh, that's actually a very good point. I might not want to. I mean, there's no point necessarily of playing them in release order or chronological order, because 1, there's no chronological order, and 2, we technically didn't get 5 until after 6. So I could do it either way. But I might not... I don't know if I want to. Final Fantasy V is really good. Maybe I want to wait for Final Fantasy VI. Well, yeah, Blue Mage Danny, I couldn't tell. Your name kind of gives it away. Final Fantasy V had a great job system and a great... my understanding is it also had a really good blue magic system that I just underutilized because I'm bad at blue magic. But, okay. Where are we now? It's... Why are you making this invisible and hard to deal with? Fell Knights. These guys are actually decent enough threat. Four Job Fiesta, what is that? I haven't heard that. Okay, well, I guess that's just a way to get up here. Where does this take me? Nowhere! Well, that was completely pointless. Thank you for the free random encounters, I suppose. Burn away all the sins. Alright, let's just leave that, shall we? Aha, I'm supposed to get down there somewhere. Don't kill him! Yay! Oh, barely. Charity event to raise awareness. Well, yeah, I figured it might be a charity event or something, but that one, cool. 2, what's it entail? I'm guessing it's Final Fantasy V related or something? Also, raise awareness for what? Ah, earthquake, no! Spam that earthquake. Let's get float. Oh no. That is the way I'm supposed to go. Huh. Basically, send an automated bot your progress through Final Fantasy V, telling it what crystal you've reached. And each crystal, you get assigned one job. Oh. And, like, you can only use that job for a character, or what? Like, what's the details on that? That sounds interesting. Nice little challenge run. Okay, so like you get the first crystal and it randomizes knight. Every single character you have can only be a knight until you get your next crystal, and whatever randomizes from there, then you can be a knight plus whatever it randomizes from the second crystal. Is that my understanding accurate? But each of the jobs must have a representative. So by the time you get 4 crystals and you have 4 jobs, everybody has to be a separate job. That sounds interesting and fun. And it could be a real challenge if you get some kind of shitty jobs, but Final Fantasy V did a good job of not having shitty jobs, really. Golbez has gained a level. Oh, wow, okay, I can go around. But you can still swap it. Well, yeah. So, like, one person who was knight can then be a black mage, and then the next person can be that was a black mage can now be a knight, that kind of thing. Though I think they were on the same... Those jobs were probably on the same crystal. I haven't played Final Fantasy V in a very long time. I think I played along with H.C. Bailey's playthrough. I looked up his LP and played along with it. It was a really fun experience. I've never done that before, played along with someone else's LP. Child's Play charity? Yeah, most of them tend to be. Which is totally understandable, it's a good charity. You can end up with any of the jobs for the crystals you reach. Oh, so my example could have worked. Huh. Okay, let's try burning them all again. Try punching them. Punching them worked. Alright, I need to start running because I'm running very low on MP. Okay. This place is very maze-like, and I dislike it. Ah, there's my save point. Cottage. Alright, what does this Moonface do to me? Low white magic, special abilities up. That's fine, I can accept that. You need to get Twitter to do it. I've got Twitter, so... But I probably won't do it because it'll interfere with my normal scheduling time, or my normal streaming times or something, probably. And if it doesn't interfere with my normal streaming time, it'll interfere with the things I do regularly that are the reason I'm not streaming more. Armstrong! Oops, it's Thundaga, because you're quite obviously a robot. Shell, just in case. Attack power boosted by magical damage. Well, fuck. Huh. What happens if I physically attack you? Nothing. So, in a party of black mages, you're gonna make me be a physical attacker. Thanks, game. Okay, you attack twice every time. Let's get that off of you, shall we? Here's Petrify. Now, it said it got increased attack power because of magical damage, but let's see if we can do something that doesn't cause damage. Damn it! Okay, well, anyway, the debuff still went off, so... Ow! Well, fuck me sideways. What can I do about this? Haste. I can haste. As a thing I can do. Oh, so there are different types of runs. Makes sense. I'd probably do the one that takes from the specific crystal you just got. I think it would be more interesting. There's really nothing I can do except this strategy right now, huh? Berserk! Why did you not attack? You had a turn, you could have attacked. I'm just gonna wait until something happens. That's something. I'm gonna need to turbo ether myself. Or dry ether in this game, I suppose. Regular ether should be fine. Things seem to have stabilized. Owie! Well, that sounds very fun, Blue Mage Danny. In fact, toss you a follow so I can watch you stream it, if at all possible. This is taking forever. Well, I'm very glad Fusoya didn't die. Just die already, Armstrong. Okay, not much. You know what? just because I can. He'll Asuna himself when he stops blessing. Never mind. Adamantite! Well, I was just saying how I only wanted to do this once, wasn't I? Ha 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 ha! Awesome! That is the completion of the Lunarians challenge dungeons! We get to go straight to the next tale today, guys! Ha ha ha! So, I'm gonna go ahead and take an early break so we can go straight into it. Get up, stretch, whatever you need to do to be able to keep watching comfortably, and I will be right back.